Yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's been a good show. Well run. I'm happy, yeah.
Fantastic, brilliant performance, well done, congratulations. And just absolutely all the competitors here today saying very similar things. Really good rule set, good for all competitors to have access to the competition for free. And we're on to our next match, yeah. Competitors working out.
Fighting in the blue corner, representing the Math Academy,
Ellis, big name out of the Math Academy, and his opponent that he's going up against is Nick Morris. Lots of sport here for Ben Ellis. Obviously vast experience in Cage Warriors, very good MMA fighter, and it'll be good to see how both competitors do. And we're off, slap and bump. Nick pulls guard straight away, Ben forced to go straight into that top guard position. Nick has got a butterfly guard here, trying to work his hip elevation, trying to disrupt the base here of Ben Ellis. Doing a nice job grabbing the ankle, trying to find maybe a leg entanglement. Both underhooks here. Nick doing a good job here trying to stay in this open guarded position. Ben trying to find his way inside the guard of Nick Morris. Ben Davis, lots of experience as an MMA fighter, and under the guidance of Wayne and Lewis, obviously very high level grappling. But good start here from both competitors, just a little bit of a feeling in the process. Ben trying to pass that butterfly guard, but Nick staying nice and tight, using his legs to trace Ben's hips very nicely, not giving anything is either competitor. Commentator is not falling asleep as much as people might think that, because I went quiet. But Ben Ellis doing a nice job on top here, trying to find his way into the guarded position. He's pinned the leg, lovely. And he stepped around the guard, trying to step around the guard and through the guard, but Nick Morris doing a good job here, keeping his feet on Ben's hips, playing this push-pull game, trying to entice Ben into the guard, trying to find a leg entanglement. Here is Nick, inverts, keeps the leg, doing a nice job trying to keep the leg and elevate, but Ben using them hips to find the ground. Very nice, keeping his hips straight to the floor, staying on top. Now into more of a closed guard position. Nick keeping the guard open, maybe allowing Ben to go around the side, but keeps threatening the ankle taps, the leg entanglements is Nick. Nick trying to use the collars I hear to wrap Ben up. Nick has got wrist control here, trying to use it to find a Kimura, maybe try and use it to set something else up, but Ben doing a nice job here, staying on top, forcing his way through the guarded positions. Minute 30 left on the clock. Neither competitor dominated each other, but both doing a good job of trying to find their own game plan. Nick got a lovely sweep here with this leg entanglement, trying to make sure that he doesn't get anything, doesn't give his opponent anything. Ben doing a good job here, staying safe, Minute left on the clock. Both competitors are doing a good job, trying to stay safe, but very equally matched opponents here. Both doing a very good job. Ben still trying to pass the guard. Nick keeping a sticky butterfly guard. Nice lateral movement here from Ben, but unfortunately back into this butterfly guard. And both competitors doing a very nice job here. Ten seconds left. Let's see if somebody can steal the round here at the end. Ben into top half guard. Good first round there from both competitors. Let's do one over to the announcer here.
Round 1, 10-9, blue.
10-9 there to the blue corner. Ben Ellis in the blue corner there. So 10-9 to Ben Ellis there. Nick needs to try and find something a bit more aggressive, a bit more. Nick needs to find something a bit more aggressive in this second round. Nick going straight back to the guard, straight back to the well, on the guarded position. Trying to see if he can implement his game plan a bit more in this second round. And looking for a shoulder crunch. Looking for a shoulder crunch is Nick, but unfortunately Ben not giving him an inch in this second round. No, they've had a first round to feel each other out, feel each other game. Hopefully we'll see a bit more action here in the second round, and Ben doing a good job trying to pass that leg on the left hand side. Nick stuffing his feet back in, doing a really nice job of keeping that butterfly guard, keeping it sticky. Ben having problems trying to pass here from the butterfly guard. Let's see if Ben can pull something different in terms of his passing game here to try and pass through the butterfly guards here of Nick. Nick doing a nice job of elevating, trying to find a sweep, but nothing from either competitor. Ben now sliding around, good lateral movement. Nick goes inversion, tries to find a leg, tries to create a leg entanglement. Yeah, Ben staying heavy on that leg to ensure that he doesn't give him anything, but near to the knee line. Going to try and use this now to pass is Ben, and is successful in passing into the side control position. Nick had a nice little leg entanglement there, but Ben just one step ahead of the curve, using it to pass into that side control position. Doing a nice job now from side control position to try and stay here, but needs to make sure that he doesn't allow Nick's legs back in. That's something that happens often, is you're on the side control, opponent's regard, and you're back playing the same game. So Ben using that top pressure to keep Nick on his side. Nick trying to force himself back into this turtle position here, which nice to defend with. Maybe try and use that to get to a leg entanglement. But Ben drags him down from that turtle position. Makes sure that he's not giving himself, Ben making sure not to give Nick any kind of space here to get back. However, Nick doing a good job here, extending his frames, getting his guard back in, trying to get to a more comfortable position for himself. Ben trying to slice straight through that guard there, but again, Nick very comfortable on the bottom. But wow, absolutely beautiful pass there from Ben, using a cartwheel pass to pass over to the opposite side control. Again, heavy pressure with Ben on top here. Years of experience in MMA gives him a very strong top heavy pressure. Good control from the top. Keep Nick in the side control position. Trying to look for an isolation of a limb here is Ben into this north-south position. However, Nick, with his feet on the cage, maybe could use the cage to explode out of the position. But Ben back into side control. Ben looking here for a frame to break down, but lovely. Nick forced to go into that turtle position, forced to give up his back, but Ben drags him back down to the ground, forces him back into that side control position, uses his arm lovely there to grab the base on the bottom of Nick to force him down, to keep him on his side. But every time Nick seems to go to this turtle position, he's getting dragged back down by Ben. Hey, you're more than welcome to take it on, mate. Commentary team here is getting absolutely ridiculed by the competitors. Listen. After the match, I feel like Corey's out of breath. Yeah. Ben doing a lovely job here on top.
Back on the treadmill.
Ben doing a lovely job staying on top in a dominant position. And that is the end of round 2. Waiting for the judges' scorecards here. But I imagine another round in the pocket of Ben Davis. Water. Oh no, never mind, I got water. I got water, yeah, never mind. Hold on now. Hold on now.
Round 2. 9-9 blue.
And Mitch, what do you think of that second round? Ben doing a very good job there, staying on top.
Peak fiction.
Peak fiction there out of Mitch. A fantastic second show there from Ben Ellis. And into the third round, we need to see something deep in the bag of tricks of Nick Morris, a submission or an extremely dominant round. 10-8 round, I believe, for the draw, and a submission there for the win. And we're back to it, folks. 5 minutes on the clock. Ben Ellis, Nick Morris doing work again. Nick deciding to wrestle here with Ben. And Ben straight away in on that takedown, doing a lovely job, using that very, very heavy top pressure to force his will onto Nick. Nick doing a good job here regarding. Very nicely done. Ben is doing a nice job here on top in the guard of Nick Morris. Nick keeping an open guard, maybe trying to find his butterflies again. He's done a nice job regarding into that butterfly position. He's looking for a leg entanglement here, is Nick. Nick's biggest success here, I feel, through the first 2 rounds was his threats off his back into the leg entanglements. Doing a really good job. Ben back on top on the butterflies. Oh, Ben doing a wonderful job coming out and in with the hips to pass straight into the second. Straight into side control there, sorry. 3 minutes left on the clock and Ben still on top. Ben trying to force his left knee here now into the mounted position, but I think happy to accept half guard. to try and maintain that top control, top pressure. Very pressure heavy position is top half. And we're here with Dave. Dave, what do you think of the matches so far?
I've only just got here.
Dave has only just got here, folks. Maybe not the best person to ask, but what do you think of the rule set? How are you enjoying the rule set?
Inspired.
Absolutely inspired. Man of a few words is Dave. Back to the match here now, folks. And Ben Ellis on top, inside control, in this front side control position, trying to use his heavy pressure to pass. Maybe we'll see a pass round into north-south here. Two minutes left on the clock now with Ben Ellis now in the top half. Top half control and doing a nice job is Nick trying to survive in these positions, but Ben's top pressure is just fantastic. Use really nice top pressure through the match. Stay on top, stay in control, and not give Nick any kind of show in. Yeah. Through the third round. 90 seconds left here. And Nick Morris finds a butterfly, uses it to elevate, but Ben Ellis uses that elevation, pops his hips out, watches it, just hits the legs over, straight into side control. Now he's trying to isolate an arm here, maybe try and find a submission. A submission would really put a statement on the end of this match. Dominated through first and second, but a win by points is a win, but a win by submission is even nicer for these competitors. That's what these rule sets are all about. Look, trying to find submissions and trying to dominate through the rounds. Trying to find anything now here is Ben. Ben using that wrestling pedigree to slide into the side control, jumps straight over onto the far side and into top half guard here. Trying to isolate an arm here, but Nick doing a very good job to survive, but just not enough here to have a real show. And Ben Ellis, obviously very, very good at what he does. Ben now in a mounted position, 10 seconds left. See if he can find something here. Any last ditch effort. And that's time. Ben Ellis. What a fantastic show by Ben Ellis there. Nick doing a lovely job to survive through the 3 rounds against such a tough competitor, but Ben doing a fantastic job. And to the announcer.
And your winner in the blue corner, the 3 golden rounds,
Ben Ellis. Wonderful show in here by Ben.